Welcome back to this new inspirational video. Today we're gonna go over the final chapter, chapter 17, a summary of the science of getting rich. Now Wallace started this out by saying, because this is a summary of everything that we've learned over all these chapters combined, so there's not a lot to it, but it's gonna be a good reminder for you on what to focus your mind upon. He said, there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, and which in its original state permeates, penetrates and fills the inner spaces of the universe. A thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by the thought. Man can form things in his thought, and by impressing his thought upon formless substance, can cause the thing he thinks about to be created. In order to do this, man must pass from the competitive to the creative mind, else he cannot be in harmony with the formless intelligence, which is always creative and never competitive in spirit. Man may come into full harmony with the formless substance by entertaining a lively and sincere gratitude for the blessings it bestows upon him. Gratitude unifies the mind of man with the intelligence of substance, so that man's thoughts are received by the formless. Man can remain upon the creative plane only by uniting himself with the formless intelligence through a deep and continuous feeling of gratitude. Man must form a clear and definite mental image of the things he wishes to have, to do, or to become. And he must hold this mental image in his thoughts while being deeply grateful to the Supreme that all his desires are granted to him. Now we can change these words around just to make it more powerful for yourself. You must form a clear and definite mental image. Now I can only use the term you because I don't know your name necessarily. But for an example, I could change the word man into my own name. So I would say Ranil must form a clear and definite mental image of the things he wishes to have, to do, or to become. And he must hold this mental image in his thoughts while being deeply grateful to the Supreme that all his desires are granted to him. Now the reason why I changed it to my own name is to make it more powerful and direct to me personally. And that's what you want to do with this information for yourself. You have to start relating it to who you are. Don't just use it as a third person term, simply by man. Really start using and playing around with the idea of changing it around to your own name, and then feel the power that is behind these words, as if it's being directly shared with you. Now he went on to say that the man who wishes to get rich must spend his leisure hours in contemplating his vision. So in other words, you, if you wish to get rich, must spend your leisure hours in contemplating your vision and in earnest thanksgiving that the reality is being given to you. Too much stress cannot be laid on the importance of frequent contemplation of the mental image, coupled with unwavering faith and devout gratitude. This is the process by which the impression is given to the formless, and the creative forces set in motion. Now when the creative forces are set in motion, what does it mean? Well, it means you will start to receive inspiration. So an additional side note that I wanted to share with you for the summary is that you must move to the mental image that you've built for yourself, that dream, that vision, no matter how long it seems to take or how slow it seems to all go. By holding that vision inside your mind, this formless substance responds by bringing inspired thoughts and ideas on which you can act to receive your dream in physical form. And that's what you really want to understand about the science of getting rich. That's the pinnacle of everything that we've learned. Now he went on to say the creative energies work through the established channels of natural growth and of industrial and social order. All that is included in his mental image will surely be brought to the man who follows the instructions given above, and whose faith does not waver. What he wants will come to him through the ways of established trade and commerce. Now this might all seem like difficult words perhaps for some people out there, but it's actually very simple. Basically, you're going to realize your dream from right where you are with whatever you've got. So no matter what the industrial system or economic system is like for the time being, it doesn't matter. It will still make way for the realization of your dream. Keep that in mind. Now in order to receive his own when it shall come to him, man must be active, and this activity can only consist in more than filling his present place. He must keep in mind the purpose to get rich through the realization of his mental image. I had that underlined in my book. He must keep in mind the purpose to get rich through the realization of his mental image. Now, you must keep in mind the purpose that you're going to get rich through the realization of your mental image. The mental image being that dream of success that you have. that vision that you have on how you would like to make a living, that's how you're going to get rich. You're going to have the purpose to become rich through the realization of that exact vision that is inside your consciousness. So you no longer have to just look at having a day job. You can start looking at the sort of ideal career you can build inside your mind and then have the purpose to make it so. You must do every day all that can be done that day, taking care to do each act in a successful manner. You must give to every man use value in excess of the cash value you receive, so that each transaction makes for more life. And you must so hold the advancing thought that the impression of increase will be communicated to all with whom you come in contact. The men and women who practice the foregoing instructions will certainly get rich, and the riches they receive will be in exact proportion to the definiteness of their vision, the fixity of their purpose, the steadiness of their faith, and the depth of their gratitude. And that's the end of this summary. That's the end of the book itself. It's been quite a fascinating journey to narrate all of this with additional explanations, because I'm going to be honest, when I first started this, I didn't know if I was really able to finish it. But I made a decision for myself. I'm going to finish what I started, and I'm so glad I did. Because now this can be a playlist through which people can keep coming back to this great information that was shared to us through the science of getting rich over 100 years ago. So some additional notes I wanted to share with you. First, figure out what you want. Then you build a vision of massive success concerning the very thing you want. So if you want to get rich, build this vision in your mind of service, of how you would like to serve humanity. What sort of activities do you want to offer? What sort of service do you want to offer humanity? And then build a vision of massive success in that activity. Just start contemplating what would it mean to be successful with this activity to you. Don't just look at other people and how they are successful. Find your own vision of success. That's important. So you want to start thinking about success, imagining success. Then you want to feel it fully throughout your entire consciousness. You do this by feeling grateful, by feeling passionate, by being loyal, by being in love with your own dream. The third step is to do it. You want to start acting on that dream. Everybody can do this. Everyone can do this. So what's stopping you? Start applying these ideas. And then to end this video, I wanted to share a quote from Wallace Wattles himself that wasn't in any of this material, but I once found it online and I still wanted to share it with you because it's very important. He said, "Eliminate from your thoughts all doubt and uncertainty that you will succeed and get what you want. You may have some uncertainty as to methods, but you must have none as to ultimate results. You may not feel certain that you will succeed today or next week, but you must feel certain that you will succeed sometime." Keep studying this book. Keep listening to this playlist if you want. Keep reminding yourself of this regularly because it's so important to keep living and acting in a certain way if you want to realize your greatest dreams in life. Now, I wanted to thank you if you've been listening to all these chapters for your support, and I hope you'll be able to do some wonderful things with the things you've learned. Now, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive inspirational videos on a regular basis. And with that being said, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.